Hello, good morning and welcome to Allotment Diaries, a snapshot of what's been happening on my allotment over the last month. We're past the shortest day now and there are definite signs of spring. The birds are singing longer and louder, the daffodil bulbs are poking up through the soil, and when the sun does show up, then I swear it is stronger than it was just a few weeks ago. But you only really notice these things if you're outdoors and in nature. And if you're anything like me, then I will use any excuse under the sun to stay at home by the fire where it's warm. And sometimes it does take me a lot of effort to get outdoors. But when I do, I know that I'm never disappointed. And gardening is a great way to stay active and warm during the winter months. And there's always something to do. Even if you've got just a few pots on your balcony or a small garden, then getting outside, bending, stretching, spending time outdoors, it does great things for your physical and mental health. So in the spirit of January's Get Moving Week, here are a few things that you can do in the garden to stay active. Sweeping paths. It might not sound like much, but sweeping is a surprisingly good workout. It gets your arms moving, raises your heart rate, and makes everything feel instantly tidier and more cared for. Digging and turning compost. This one definitely warms you up. Turning compost is great for building strength and gets oxygen into the heap, helping everything break down more quickly. So it's productive as well as physical. Mulching. Shifting compost, leaf mould or wood chip and spreading it around the beds, it all adds up. It's good steady movement and your soil will really thank you for it in the spring. Weeding and tidying borders. Perfect for slower, mindful movement, lots of bending and stretching, and a chance to really look what's going on at ground level. With all these activities, I try to be conscious of how I move, squatting rather than bending from the waist, not overreaching, feeling the stretch, keeping my back as straight as possible, and pacing myself. Gardening naturally encourages a full range of movement, and as an added bonus, you can look back and see what you've achieved. Don't forget to reward yourself after all that hard work though, with a mug of something warming, and maybe a good gardening book to get you inspired for the year ahead. Here are a few books that I found useful over the years. The Edible Garden by Alice Fowler. What I love about this book is that it shows growing food should be enjoyable and doesn't matter if it's not perfect. Instead of hiding the veg patch away at the bottom of the garden, Alice encourages you to weave edible plants in amongst your ornamentals. Alice writes very honestly about what works and what doesn't, and it's just as useful if you're growing in a few pots or if you've got a bigger plot. Botany of the Kitchen Garden by Helena Dove. This is brilliant if you like to understand the why as well as the how. It explains how plants function in a very readable way. It helps you grow better crops by understanding their needs, and there's a lovely balance between science and practical gardening. It'll definitely make you look at everyday vegetables in a completely new way. Allotment Gardening, an organic guide for beginners by Susan Berger. This was the very first gardening book I bought. It's practical, straightforward, and reassuring. It covers all the basics without assuming you already know everything, and there's a strong focus on organic growing. It still feels relevant even all these years later. I've always liked the idea of returning matter to the soil, the way that nature recycles everything, waste not, want not. So when I came across an idea for using garlic that had gone past its best, I thought I'd give it a go. You might remember last month that this started out as a simple bulb of garlic. I separated the cloves, stood them in a shallow dish of water, and then left them on a windowsill. And look at the root system that it's produced. These green shoots have a mild garlic flavour and are completely edible. You can use them in salads, rice dishes, omelettes, but today I'm going to turn them into a quick garlic and herb butter. Here's how to do it. Take a block of butter at room temperature and put it in a bowl. Finely chop the green garlic shoots and a small handful of parsley. Add them to the butter, mix everything together until it's well combined. You can spin it onto greaseproof paper, roll it into a log and chill it, or just use it straight away. It's lovely melted over vegetables, stirred through pasta, used with fish or meat, or simply spread on toasted bread. Small thing, but such a treat in the middle of winter. It's one of those quiet winter pleasures, using and making what you've got. And it's a good reminder that the growing year isn't far off. So join me next month where I'll be showing you how I support the wildlife on my allotment, and I'll be taking part in the RSPB's Big Garden Birdwatch. So I'll see you next time. Until then, happy gardening. Bye.